child to raise all over again. I'd beat self-esteem first and the house later. I'd finger paint more and point the finger less. I would do less correcting and more connecting. I would take my eyes off my watch and watch with my eyes. I'd take more hikes and fly more kites. I would stop playing serious and seriously play. I would run through more fields and gaze at more stars. I'd do more hugging and less tugging. Parenting is probably the most difficult job upon a person. The responsibilities bestowed upon a parent have no right to off days, leave, or resignation, making it a lifetime full-time job. Parenting today has more challenges than ever before. In today's tough economy, parents have been forced to work too much or to pull parenting and shift to save on childcare expenses, leaving less or no time for child-parent bonding. Parents' Day, therefore, is a holiday marked annually on every fourth Sunday of every July and is designed to celebrate, uplift and support the role of parents in the rearing of responsible children. The day also seeks to strengthen the tradition two-parents family. On this day, parents honor their children and encourage families everywhere to invest in their children as the most precious resource, and the outstanding couple in parenting is to be celebrated in society. The modern family style and setup have changed the parenting circle. With the rising cases of split co-parenting and step families, where both parents share responsibilities for raising their children away from each other, this choice mostly turns uglier when such parents fail to agree on many issues such as healthy communication and lack of the ability to compromise and negotiate, and the inability to separate issues with the other parent from issues about caring for the child. Technology too has played enough share in negative parenting to both the parents by contributing to interference in relationships and to children by opening many doors to vast amounts of information on social sites and internet, which, if not well monitored, children may end up accessing unselected material. Innovations in technology can make or break one's parenting. Most forms of entertainment today in media have regulating bodies that decide whether an item is appropriate for certain age groups. But these are only designed to aid parents in exercising their parental responsibilities and not as a replacement. A greater increase in peer pressure and many negative influences from the media make the challenges of being a parent even more difficult. Compounding this with the fact that many parents today are not taught proper discipline techniques, it's obvious why many parents feel frustrated when it comes to dealing with their children. Alice Kutu, a mother of two, is one of the few parents who has chosen to lay her egg when the time came and enroll for parenting lessons for her daughter's sake.
At first, I was really looking for somewhere where I can get skills on how to raise my kids, because the first one, the experience that I had with the first one was not very applicable to the second one.
The training, as she says, did not only equip her for raising her young children now, but she is more prepared to handle life stages like adolescent later in life.
At first, she could not allow me to feed her. At all. I couldn't feed her. So she had to be fed. Actually, up to now, but at least she's coping. She had to be fed by the caregiver, the house girl. Then she used to throw a lot of tantrums, and sleeping was also a problem. Yeah, actually she's very aggressive, so getting her to bed was an issue. Feeding her was another issue altogether, and the tantrums that she used to throw. There's a very big difference, because at first I was afraid to discipline her at her age, because I thought I was doing a lot of harm to her. But little did I know that I need to start disciplining her now.
What kind of discipline exactly? Beating?
Not exactly, yeah. But like when she's distracted, when she's throwing tantrums, when she wants to do things her own style, yes, I distract her with something different. And that one really works. Not really necessarily by beating, but by distraction. A distraction that is cool, a distraction that will divert her way of doing things. Yeah. And again, getting to understand her and getting to see where she's going, because by actually letting her understand as a mother what I would want her to do from me as at her tender age. In the training, you are taught how to handle kids at different levels, even at adolescent level. You know, there are parents who have adolescent kids, but they don't know how to handle them. And the training really equips you with a lot of ideas on how you can even be able to handle adolescent kids. Though I have not reached there, but when I reach there with information, yes, I already know what to do.
Teenage and student suicide, for instance, has become a prevalent vice in society, and particularly in Kenya, perhaps as a warning and a wake-up call that today's parenting styles are wanting. Early this year, after the release of KCPE results, a few candidates who did not score as they expected resorted into committing suicide in unexplained circumstances. True to the fact that parents today have enough challenges, parents should also strive not to make mistakes that end up spoiling the essence of parenting. Some of the mistakes most parents make are having unrealistic expectations upon their children. A good number of parents force their children to excel in all their activities and overtake the same-aged kids in smartness and intelligence, and when the children do not meet up with the expectations of the parents turn out to be angry and arrogant towards the children. Not being a role model to kids is another mistake, as parents are the first teachers and role models of every child. Children tend to observe the parents and learn from them in everything that they do. Many parents ask the child to follow what they say and not what they do. For example, if parents smoke and ask the child not to smoke, he or she may find it so unrealistic. According to experts, many extremely unhappy situations created by homes and schools are mainly to be blamed for these escalating behaviors of child-parent conflict. Family problems such as alcoholism, unavailable parents, violence, parents' unemployment, marital conflicts, separation and divorce largely contribute to these emerging problems. Generally, there are 4 characters appreciated as ways of good parenting: availability, appreciation, affection, and accepting children as they are. The presence of a parent means a lot to the children, as they need to experience the love, care, and concern of parents by living with them. Appreciation is one of the most effective and boosting agents for kids, especially from parents. Do not only open your eyes to the faults of the children, but be generous enough to appreciate your children even for the little achievements they make. However, it's never too late to correct a mistake, and the earlier you shape your child's life, the better. The first step is to acknowledge that indeed your child has a problem, and especially from a tender age, and seek professional help, which most parents do not do until when the situation gets out of hand. And as Naomi Adult put it, the child is always right. Find out the valid reason for any disturbing behavior so you, as a parent, can respond to her need and eliminate the cause.